From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Welcome, T-Bird fans, to, guess what?
Another episode of
The
ESPN
Show.
Tommy. Coach's Show.
Coach's Show, there we go. And guess what? It's also fantastic, too, because, every show is just fantastic, especially when these two hooligans join us. It's always a good time. Coach Connor Schmidt, Coach Ben MacArthur, coach of the men's soccer team.
Thanks for having us.
It's been a while, so we got a lot to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yep.
I mean, granted, you had a bye week, and our fans need to know a little bit about how that happened, because, with some crazy upsets, we ended up with a number 2 seed for the Region 9 playoffs. Let's start it with back in the final week of the regular season. You were away, played NJC and Lamar. Let's talk about this NJC game. Win it 1-0. Let's talk a little bit about it. What do we got? Good, bad, what can be improved? Any other sort of anecdotal stuff? Talk about Butter.
They're a good team. NJC is a good team. It's a tough place to play. Any road game in Region 9, there's factors involved, like going on the road and beating somebody on the road is hard to do. And so NJC is a good team. They've been kind of up and down this year, similar to us, right? They can beat people, they can lose to people. So we knew it was going to be a good game. They were fighting for their season, right? They had to get a result to continue their season, and we were able to show up and produce a very good game. Linus scored the game winner off a Hetty assist and a really nice ball from Hetty and a really nice finish from Linus. And so that was enough for us to get a 1-0 win. Obviously, we loved the shutout that we got, and our back line was clean. So overall, it was a really positive result.
All right. Connor,
I think it was just good for us to grind out a 1-0 win, just not end the season with 2 comfortable wins, and NJC battled us, and it was 0-0 going into halftime. We had to make some adjustments on the way we pressed, and our guys really took that information and implemented it in the second 45. And then, like Coach said, Hetty and Linus connected for the goal, both with a weak foot pass and a weak foot finish. So Linus with a brilliant right foot finish, so he loves to get that under his belt. But yeah, just for the mentality of our group, it was just really vital for us to get that first goal, grind through a clean sheet, and get that 1-0 win on the road. So, and a tough place to play in Sterling, Colorado.
Absolutely, and they were a tough team, because even watching that game, I think it was Justin who had a couple of chances, but just some great saves, some great defense by NJC. So it was really just, that was a grind of a game.
Yep,
was that ball was not buttered up at all. Everyone was holding on to it, and just it was tough.
Yeah, that goalie had a great game, and I think Justin had 5 shots on target, 5 shots and 5 shots on target. So that goalie had 5 saves just on Justin alone. So hats off to that keeper.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Yeah. Hopefully you didn't celebrate by eating butter, because that would have been kind of gross. You could have added butter to other things, maybe.
I like butter and Rice Krispie treats.
Oh,
Everybody likes Rice Krispie treats.
Butter and Rice Krispie treats. I'll have to try that one.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to, but we can try adding butter. All right, cool. So NJC, you grind out the win. Stellar, you get the clean sheet. It's a nice shutout. We like it. So you win that one. NJC 1-0. You going into Lamar then the next day after, getting some news around the Region 9, because right now we're sitting, third, fourth after that game?
Third, fourth. Yeah, and obviously, anytime you pick up 3 points, you just take the 3 points.
Right.
And we talked to our guys, going into the last couple games of the season, we want to control what we can control, right? And so so we can't affect the scores of other games around the region that could impact our standings. Just control what you can control and let the chips fall where they may, right? And so 3 points against NJC, and then we knew if we get 3 points on Saturday against Lamar, and we have an opportunity to maybe be a 2 or 3 seed, and then we played well against Lamar, and the results fell our way, and we end up with the 2 seed, right? So
yeah, see, that one, I feel like the ball was buttered up.
It was slippery. The ball was definitely slippery on Saturday.
It was, I believe, a 10-1 final result.
Yep, 10-1, and Lamar's, they've had some struggles, and it is what it is. But we talk to our guys a lot about just respecting the game, right? We're playing college soccer. Respect your opponents, respect the game, and you do that by just playing hard, right? And so you show up, you play hard, you play clean soccer, and we did that except for the 1 goal we gave up. We probably gave up the silliest goal all year. We watched film on it, and we talked to the guys about it, and just hey guys, that's not do this, right? When the ball is that slippery and it's covered in butter, do not shoot yourself in the foot. And so we had a really nice film session. We talked to the guys about it. I hope they've learned about that. Let's just be not casual.
Hopefully had lots of butter on your popcorn when watching those films.
We did. Yeah.
Actually, Trey Bennett came to film with popcorn.
Yeah, he did. Trey Bennett was watching film with popcorn. Yeah. Funny they bring that up. It probably had butter on it too.
Yeah, extra butter, man. That's how I like my popcorn. Yeah, that movie theater popcorn with that extra butter. Ooh, yeah.
It's a must. Have to.
Yeah,
It was a great game. I think we had
no one with a hat trick.
five or six guys score goals, and so
Yeah.
you get a couple goals from multiple guys and spread the wealth around. And a lot of passes. In fact, I came home and I was showing my kids the goals from the game, and my oldest son, he said, "Dad, like, these goals are kind of boring." And I was like, "Look, we love tap-ins, right? Like you score tap-in goals, that means your team, played really good, really good soccer." And so we were able to score quite a few little tap-in goals against Lamar, and that's team soccer, right?
Yeah.
So we loved it.
Well, and one of the things you've always talked to us about here is, hey, you love assists, because what does assist mean? You've scored.
Exactly.
And so, don't be afraid of the assists. Yeah, they're only 1 point toward a total, but it's like, hey, that means you're playing team soccer. And, we love that because,
Yep,
points
assist means
scores.
goals.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So we love it. We love to hear a 10-1 win. And with that same day, LCCC loses to Northwest. And that's what so you played your game, and I love how we always talk about, hey, we got to focus on what we can. LCCC loses, and so you catapult to the second seed by a point, I believe.
Yep, gave us a bye. So then this past Saturday we had a bye as the 2 seed. That allows us to get healthy. We still have a few guys that are banged up, and so those guys are healing quickly as we go into this weekend to play Otero in the semifinal. And so I think the bye week this year was very beneficial for us, for our guys to rest and continue to heal. And then Northwest hosts LCCC in the quarterfinal, and LCCC went back to Northwest and beat them in pens, right? Beat them in penalties. And so LCCC lost to them in the last game of the regular season, went back in the playoffs and beat them in penalties. And so one side of the bracket is LCCC playing at Western Nebraska on Saturday, and then we host Otero on the other side. So should be a fun day of soccer Saturday.
Oh, yes. We are definitely looking forward. And what's even better is that this is Otero. I love it when you beat Otero, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there now because they're just, they're always that tough team. So when
Very
you beat
tough.
them, it just
Yeah,
feels
very tough.
good to know, hey, we battled it out, we beat you. Granted, that first time, because I always believe their first actual regular season match that they had was against you. So this is going to be a completely different team that we're playing.
For sure. And everybody evolves, right? We've evolved in the past month and a half. They've evolved in the past, month and a half in season. Players get moved around a little bit. The formations change, even style of play changes. And so, you just hope that, and we talk about all year, like we're peaking at the right time. Right, we ended the season, regular season, on a 3-game winning streak, and that just needs to continue, right? So that's what we've been talking about, just playing our best soccer at the right time.
Absolutely.
Get the popcorn out, bring your butter.
I need some extra butter.
It's going to be a great game. Saturday, 2 o'clock, girls play at 11.
That's right. We definitely love
Ladies
it.
play at 11.
So another big thing, so now that we're in the playoffs, so you've had the bye, you've had time to kind of rest. I know there's some pros and cons behind that. Ben, I know you don't necessarily love having a bye just because, hey, it's rather just...
It's a big break.
You got
it's
the
a big
momentum,
break.
keep the momentum going.
Yep.
You kind of get this big pause, kind of rest. It's like, well, it can be good, but also it's kind of a double-edged sword, right?
No, yeah, I think for our timing on the season, I think it works well for us. And so we were sitting back thinking about the season, and we've been going since August 1st. Pretty much every single day except for Sundays. So it's 80, 90 days of just nothing but straight work. So it's really vital for our guys just to at least get 2 or 3 extra days off, hit the tactics super hard this week and get back to being match fitness. So I just think it's very vital for just that extra day or 2 of rest while the other teams are beating each other up.
That's right, yeah. So having some of those players that have those nagging injuries, hopefully being good. And then so you have to cut down to 25-man roster. Sounds like this year it's not too bad because you only had 26 players. Mm-hmm. But in years, or just any year, how's that kind of those decisions made? How do you go about doing that?
I think first and foremost, we look at who's healthy, right? If we have anybody that has an injury that's going to hold them out for 2 or 3 weeks or a month even, then they become eliminated. So we're only allowed to roster a certain number of guys in the postseason. And so this year we have a young man who's injured for the whole year, and so it was pretty easy to trim from 26 to 25. In the past, we've had some bigger rosters, and it does get tough, right? And so when you have to eliminate 5 or 6 guys and tell them that their season's over, That's very hard to do. It's kind of in my opinion, it's kind of just a city rule, right? We're allowed to play all year with as many players as we want, and then all of a sudden in the postseason we have to cut our roster, right? And it's just like, anyway, it is what it is, But this year wasn't a big deal, right? So we were able to get 25 guys that are healthy and roll into the postseason here and win or go home.
Yeah. Basically a whole new season, right?
Oh yeah,
definitely looking one game at a time, because if you don't play this game, well, there is no more.
That's right.
That's right.
That's the way we're
Win when it
approaching
matters.
this.
So I'm so looking forward to this home game, Region 9 semifinal match, 2:00 for the men. Ooh, this should be a fun one. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. So then for this last question here, what does your team need to do? What do they need to focus on in order to have a good result for this weekend?
I think my answer is kind of the same as it has been the last couple of weeks. Just as long as we have energy and our guys are confident in their ability, which I feel like they are, and our energy is right on game day, then I think we're going to play our style of soccer and good things will happen.
All right. Coach?
Just finish our chances, right? I say that every week, but it's the game of soccer, right? Yeah. We know we're going to get a handful of chances, right? We're going to have 4 to 5, 6, very good opportunities to score goals, right? And so if we can score 1 or 2 of those, then obviously your odds of winning the game go up. Look, soccer's a simple sport. You kick the ball in their goal, more times they kick the ball in your goal, you win the game.
It's like adding butter to popcorn, man. We love it. All right, Tiber fans. So you heard it directly from the coaches here. Saturday, 2:00. Make sure to be there. We'd love to have the crowd there. It definitely helps with the support. It might, I'd bring your buttered popcorn.
Yep.
Because it's definitely going to be a good one.
Best show in town.
I love it very much so. So thanks, coaches. It's always a pleasure to have you in here. And, of course, Tiber fans, we will see you next time.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.